It was online.
Online. You did the, okay.
Yeah. And Erin was in it. as
Oh,
well.
okay, there she is. Can she hear us?
Yeah, it's like.
Hey, Lisa, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect, okay.
Now, tell her to stand by and do that again.
I'm standing by and I'll do it again.
Okay, and you can hear us good?
I can hear you.
So now, let me go back. One more time. We're gonna do it one more time, okay?
Okay.
Down is all.
Down is on. Where, running to the center.
Police department?
Yeah. It's go crazy slow.
Ooh, I heard it. Ah, it was a fan for two.
Oh, are they? Oh, good.
Does she like it now?
Lisa, can you talk to us just for a minute?
Yes, this is Lisa Wilson, Planning Commissioner, City of Clear Lake. Is that good?
Guys,
So are we good?
give us just one moment to make sure that the sound is working correctly.
Okay, let me know.
I want to be sure we don't get an echo. Which it kind of sounds like we are.
And there was no echo, right?
No,
Not on my end.
I think we're good.
We're good?
I think so.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna close the door.
Okay.
Thank you.
think we're good.
Okay. So do I start with reading this, or we start with the Pledge of Allegiance?
So call the meeting to order, I think, and we take a roll call.
Okay, I see it now. Thank you all for viewing tonight's planning commission meeting. I'd like to call this meeting to order at the City of Clearlake Chambers on April 13th, 2021. As a reminder, if you are on our Zoom meeting as a participant, please put yourself on mute unless you are speaking. We are currently live streaming this meeting on the city's YouTube channel and on Lake County Peg TV live stream YouTube channel. So can I please have a roll call?
Commissioner McCarrick,
Present.
Commissioner Williams,
Here.
Commissioner Wilson,
Here.
Vice Chair Coker,
Here.
and Chair Davis is absent.
So I'd like to have everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. While we are operating under these new meeting guidelines, I will explain our meeting procedures. Agenda items will be open for public comment before final action is taken via Zoom or email. Because we are operating in a virtual setting, I will call on my colleagues one at a time to speak. After commission deliberation, I will call for a roll call vote by the city clerk. We do not have limited seating available at the city chambers. Public comment will be accepted via email prior to the start of the meeting. Each public comment emailed to the city clerk will be read aloud by the city clerk for up to 3 minutes, or will be displayed on a screen. Public comment emails which are received after the beginning of the meeting will not be included in the record. If any member of the public viewing the meeting on Zoom wishes to speak, please click the raise your hand button on your screen. Madam Clerk, have you received any public comment, or are there participants on Zoom who wish to speak?
Have you received any public comments, Susanna?
I just wanted to clarify, that the one we spoke about earlier was not public comment. Then no, I have not received any additional public comment.
Thank you. We will now move to the consent agenda. All items listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a member of the commission requests otherwise, or if staff has requested a change under adoption of the agenda, in which case the item will be removed for separate consideration. Any item so moved will be taken up following the motion to approve the consent agenda. Item number 1, determination of general plan consistency for the conveyance of property located at 14141 Lakeshore Drive, Clearlake, California, APN 040-051-12-000. The adoption resolution PC 2021-09, finding that the disposition of property located at 14141 Lakeshore Drive is consistent with the city's general plan and is exempt from environmental review under section 15061 of the California Environmental Quality Act. determination of, consent item number 2 is determination of general plan consistency of the conveyance of property located at 16332 27th Avenue, Clearlake, California, 95422, APN 042-262-220-000. The recommendation, adopt resolution PC 2021-10, finding that the conveyance of property is consistent with the city's general plan and exempt from environmental review. Are there any commissioners' requests to take separate discussion on consent items? Madam Clerk, has any member of the public submitted a public comment on the consent calendar item?
I've not received any public comment on any consent item, Vice Chair.
Robert, I just had a quick question. I don't know where this fits in. Under Commissioner questions. It's going to be used for the same thing. It's the apartment complex. It's going to be used as an apartment complex. That was my question. Find a clarification, I guess.
Any other questions? I'll take a motion and second to adopt the consent calendar. I have a motion by
I motion to adopt the consent calendar.
and a second by need a voice, that's hard to say, voice vote.
You get to sit Vice Chair, you can just say all in favor.
Sorry?
You can just use the all in favor
Okay,
voting method.
so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We'll now move on to public hearing. Consideration of use permit UP 2021-14, the development agreement DA 202102 to allow the establishment of commercial cannabis micro business located at 3995 Alveda Drive. I didn't get any paperwork on this. Pardon me? So I would like to recommend that we continue the public hearing to the next regularly scheduled planning commission meeting, no later than April 27th, 2021 at 6 p.m.
Vice Chair. So that's correct. Staff's recommending that it be, rescheduled as planned to the October 27th at 6 p.m. as there's some items came up that the applicant needs to address and work with staff to resolve those matters before we will take it before the planning commission.
So item number 1, so Susanna gives a staff report.
So for clarity, this was the next portions for GPCs. The GPCs that were already, an action was already taken on. We kind of had a small presentation, but felt comfortable enough to make a motion on the information supplied, then that decision has been completed.
Okay, so we need to make a motion that we send this to the next meeting.
Yeah, everyone would just have to be into agreement to saying that you're moving it to the April 27th at 6 p.m. meeting.
So I'd like to make a motion to hear this from the planning commission on the next meeting, which would be April 27th, 2021.
At 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
now. Did we discuss the 27th Avenue? We just did the Lakeshore Drive and the 27th Avenue. Okay. So, Assistant Planner Susanna Harris, please proceed with your staff report.
So I believe the motion's already been made, on the two staff reports that I was gonna present on the GPCs, that are included in this meeting. So it looks like we already moved on to the public hearing, and that was continued up until our next meeting. So it looks like we are at the city manager, community development director report. Is that correct?
Okay, so are there any questions from the staff? Commissioner Wilson? Oh, I didn't remember this one.
No, thank you.
Commissioner McCarry
Thank you.
and Commissioner Williams.
Thank you.
Now open the public hearing. Madam Clerk, are there any public comments on this agenda item?
I think there's some confusion as to which agenda item we're on. I believe we're on city manager and commissioner reports.
Correct.
So normally that isn't a public input item. That's for the city manager, community development director, or senior planner to give the report to planning commission. So I think that it would be appropriate for the vice chair to ask senior planner Roberts if he has a report.
Okay, I don't have a report.
And after the senior planner gives his report, then the commission would give their report, if there are any.
Didn't understand it. So the senior planner, do you have a report?
Yes, just for like updates, we're taking in, more applications for various uses and that we're processing as quick as possible and sending those out for currently agency comment. Been getting more inquiries about cannabis as more are coming in and more are expanding or thinking about modifying their current use. We've been getting questions about, storage units and zonings. We've issued the building permit for the DMV. So they're currently underway, working on remodeling the existing facility that's there to allow the DMV to open. Starbucks, we're still coordinating with Starbucks. The permit is almost ready to issue, so we're just doing the final touches with them to issue the shell permit and then the tenant improvement permit as well. Or anything else, Susanna, that you can think of? Okay. So that for other items, we're just processing things as fast as we can. That's all I have right now.
Okay, so now open public comment. Madam Clerk, are there any public comments on this agenda item?
So for this item, it would be appropriate to ask the commissioners at this time if they have their report. And if none have their reports, if there were, the next item is their future agenda items.
I'll ask each commissioner if there are any questions of staff on this item. Commissioner Wilson,
No, thank you.
Commissioner McCarry,
No, thanks.
and Commissioner Williams.
For commissioner reports, I have attended 2 ad hoc committee meetings for the Burns Valley Park Sports Complex.
Okay, we will now open the public hearing. Madam Clerk, are there any public comments on this agenda item?
No, Mr. Vice Chair.
Thank you. I will now ask each commissioner if there are any further comments on deliberation on this item? Commissioner Wilson,
No.
Commissioner McCarron,
So,
and Commissioner Williams.
No.
I will take a motion on item number 1 to continue the public hearing. I have a motion by just reading what I got.
Close the meeting, is that what you're asking for?
I don't know.
So we should be at, where it says future agenda items, where Terry may ask, designated commissioners have a request for future agenda items.
Okay. Okay, okay. Does any commissioner have a request for future agenda items?
I do not have any requests.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, so thank you to everyone who took the time to submit their comments and to those who are watching our meeting on Zoom and YouTube. There will be no further business of the commission. We are now adjourned at 6:20 p.m. All in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Aye.
No, so adjourned.
Congratulations, up chair.
Thanks. It seems like it jumps. Oh, well. Couple more times, it'll be good.